It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, thus far about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. It's going to be, I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. You're going down the wrong pipe.
Something did.
Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans winning their last game against Portland.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
Well, accurate outside shooting when you're on the road, you find that kind of rhythm. It's hard to do. They made it look easy.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2 guard to a 6'10 big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. Already, Brent, we've seen a changing of the guard of some teams where a new player is now the number one option.
Well, I expected that this year we were going to have some of this take place. A lot of the reason why I would point to it is that you had 9 new coaches in the NBA this year. So there's going to be opportunity on some of those teams for somebody to take advantage of a new offense, a new way to play, a new way to get up and down the floor. And with that opportunity, some guys are taking full advantage of it.
I love the new opportunities, though, for some players that may have been pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard with their squad, maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday and Moore, the guards. Randall out there with Davis, and it's Mirotic in at the 3 slot. Here's White, Gasol, and Gasol able to finish.
What stellar work from Gasol there, throwing himself against the glass and doing whatever it takes to find a second chance opportunity.
Now here is Holiday. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Aldridge with it, picked up by Davis. And that one's good by Gay.
Average shooter from behind the arc, but Rudy Gay, crucial for his confidence sometimes to knock down shots like that.
Count that one.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Now here's White. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's good for 2. White's got his first basket of the night.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Holiday kicks to Randall. that shot off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games at all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
DeRozan finds Gasol. Clock at 4. Here's DeRozan. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
6'10", quick off the floor, and Davis on the interior now doing damage.
The 10-footer. And the shot is long.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
Spurs leading by 5. Gay scanning the floor. He kicks to White. Pass to Aldridge. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And this is Rudy Gay's game. Outstanding at seizing the initiative and then looking to shoot once he catches the ball.
And stolen by White. Inside. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. 8 points for Rudy Gay.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Now, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Pelicans trail by 10. Moore passes to Holiday. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Kept alive. White, good. White's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And Moore kicks to Mirotic. Feeds to Randall and stolen by Aldridge. Here's DeRozan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Anthony Davis.
2 shots.
That's his first personal foul.
2.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
Shooting 2.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. Well, when you play against the Pelicans, Brent, you know you're going to be running.
Yep, track shoes on. Pelicans played at the highest pace last year in the league, and you can expect more of the same as long as Alvin Gentry is the coach. This is something he believes in, and he's got one of the best running centers in the league. The team generates a ton of easy looks and finishes because of the pace of play.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And last summer, after 9 terrific seasons in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan traded to San Antonio.
And guys, you have to feel for the sudden change for DeRozan. Gave Toronto some of their best years. At the same time, happy that DeRozan has gone to an organization that has proven success over the years.
Here's White, following the basket by Julius Randle. To the paint. 11 feet away. Rebounded by Moore. Pelicans trail by 12. Davis dishes to Mirotic. And it's Moore penetrating. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, that's speed shown from E'Twaun Moore. Good handles, and he glides right through the defense.
And there's the pass to DeRozan. Over Moore. And it's DeRozan missing.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Now here's Randall. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Davis has got it back down to within single digits for the Pelicans. Outside Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. White with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Scooped up, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Already, they've piled up 8 second-chance points.
The Spurs have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
One shot, gentlemen.
And you look at what the Spurs went through last year, it just was not a pretty season. Just not something, that we've seen from the Spurs in 25 years. Still clinched a playoff berth, and that was their 21st season in a row.
Now here is Mirotic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Portland.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
DeRozan, rebounded by Moore. And that Spurs run started back in 1998. A lot of those players are now in their 50s.
Yep, great names like David Robinson, Chuck Person, Avery Johnson, Will Perdue, Vinny Del Negro, all past the half-century mark. And I'm sorry, guys, Kevin Harlan was the one who talked about you guys being that old.
Now Gay, following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Outside, White. Aldridge, the pass to White, shoots from 14, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Holiday. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting into training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there will be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. That one misses. And Brent, of course, you won a championship with the Spurs back in 2005 and 2007. Talk about the differences between those 2 teams.
Well, the similarities are more what I would go with, Kevin. 2005, it was a year where we leaned on Timmy a ton to beat a very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe Manu Ginobili was the MVP of that series, by the way. And in 2007, the younger guys had grown up. We beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show to get into the Eastern Conference Finals, beating that same Detroit team.
San Antonio making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Okafor's checked in for Randall. Miller comes in for Mirotic. And Ian Clark subbed in for Ejuan Moore. And that free throw good from DeRozan.
Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
And look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Spurs.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
Now here is Davis. 26 points for him last game against Portland.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now White, he has 5. On the wing, Bellinelli. Over Clark. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Well, the 3 is king right now, and spacing can be a problem for the Pelicans.
Well, the team knows they only have a handful of dead-eye shooters. They were in the bottom third for threes taken last year. They play to their strengths, which is a good thing, but in order for them to take the next step, it's got to be some dynamic play from the perimeter.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 10. Here's White. It's deflected.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Clark. Bellinelli is covering. And here's Miller outside.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe. Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. And Anthony Davis, a great defender by most measurements. But, you know, Brent, some feel his defensive development has plateaued the last few years.
He still gets a lot of blocks, over 2 a game for his entire career thus far. And he doesn't have the same impact that he once did, but you know, guys are shooting a lot more three-point shots, Kevin. So if you can find a way for AD to get from the lane out to a Steph Curry 28-footer, Alvin Gentry's listening.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
I just wonder, for teams that are playing against Anthony Davis, 48 minutes of that kind of length out on the floor, he just becomes an imposing player defensively.
Now, here's Walker. His last outing, he had 8 points. Three-pointer on the way. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Payton finds Davis. And here is Payton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland. There's Miller with the 3. Here's Okafor. It's blocked.
And you got to give appreciation to how Poeltl punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
Hill, he's checked in for Anthony Davis.
Solomon Hill.
Okafor kicks to Miller. New Orleans moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Clark for 3. That shot misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Bellinelli. It's Clark with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 11. Stolen away. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And Walker throws it down.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Now here's Payton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Basket counts.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Walker kicks to Poeltl. Back to Walker. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Okafor, the pass to Payton. And here is Okafor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Okafor's got his first points of the game.
Well, fantastic awareness, finishing with ease at the rim, and the defense was just not a factor.
Walker dishes to Bellinelli. Kicks to Forbes. Passes it to Walker. Off target with his 3. Pelicans trail by 11. And it's Clark in the corner. The dish to Hill. Down low. 6 to shoot. Here's Clark. Bellinelli is covering. No good from Clark.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he had. No doubt.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
Here's Payton following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Okafor. He kicks to Clark. Pass to Payton. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Spurs leading by 13. Now the pass to Pirtle. Back to Walker. And finished off by Walker.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
Payton looking it over. Kicks it to Okafor. 4 seconds left. And Okafor slams it in.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Spurs lead by 13. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture. And Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, pretty much since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
They've got Bellinelli, and it's Walker in at the 2. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And Forbes kicks to Walker, passes to Pirtle. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Pass to Forbes. Lets it fly. Walker's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 11. Clark for 3. Forbes with the rebound.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Now here's Walker. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. And stolen by Payton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
The first free throw is good. When you look at the new requirements of the center, who really stands out as the prototypical pivot man?
Wow, I really think that Porzingis has shown some signs in the last 2 seasons. Now, it's been cut short. The first season, he really faltered in the second half of the year. And then last year, a devastating injury that's going to keep him out for quite some time. But some of the things that he's been able to show have me very intrigued about the potential of that position. Now, I know more guys like Clint Capella and the impact he had in Houston has been phenomenal. But Porzingis and that overall package still has me really intrigued, Kevin.
7'3", he becomes a very interesting subject, doesn't he?
He does, and that ability to shoot the basketball as well. Just think about it. When he plays with a qualified point guard to set some action up, could be dangerous.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
Yeah, and therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
White, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And the Pelicans also making a change. Drew Holiday's checked in for Peyton. Holiday against White. Holiday finds Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Enjoyed that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the middle. Hill against Gay. 5 on the clock. Aldridge, the pass to Gay. And a miss there on the triple.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Now here is Hill. Holiday surveying the floor. And stolen by Gay. In transition, here comes San Antonio. He's got the ball.
I like how Rudy uses his athleticism to draw some attention. He puts the D in a difficult spot there.
It's his first trip to the line.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
And both free throws good for Gay. Hard to believe, isn't it, that a few years ago the direction for this Pelicans team was uncertain.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Alvin Gentry has found his way to put his imprint on this team. A lot of people not sure of how and if he could do that. He certainly has. It took some time to get those ideas in place, and the offense was never a problem with this group, especially with the way that Drew Holiday had such a huge year. It's going to be about some defense and some depth for them to push it a little bit further this season.
Count that bucket. 12 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Now here's Randall. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Now here's Gay, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Fades, and DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Rudy Gay. DeRozan's got 14 points for the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday goes in. Davis dishes to Holiday. Mirotic against Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And the play by Mirotic as he finishes it off for 2. So it's San Antonio now. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster. And you can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Davis kicks to Holiday. Mirotic with the bounce pass. Shot clock at 6. Here's more.
You know, the most outstanding quality for Aldridge defensively is his versatility. He's one of those rare bigs who can guard equally inside and out on the perimeter.
White the pass to Gay. Pass to Aldridge. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's White missing. Pelicans trail by 14. Davis finds Moore. The shot's good. Moore's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Good touch on the inside from E'Twaun Moore. Never bashful about taking it right to the defense.
White the pass to DeRozan. To the inside. Out to White. Now the feed to DeRozan. Over Moore. DeRozan. That's good. DeRozan's got 6 in the quarter. New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Outside, Davis. The pass to Mirotic. Back to Davis. Over Gay. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 14. He kicks it to White. Gay outside. Passes it to DeRozan. Over Moore. DeRozan's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 14. And they double up Davis. Holiday. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, the big man, the brow, finding a teammate and does a great job of seeing somebody that's uncovered.
Now here's White. He has 5. Gay outside. And it's good off the back rim and in. Gay's got 12 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Davis finds Randall. And Gasol sends it back.
Gasol did not stop moving his hands there, especially as the shot was going up. Always going to be right there to send anything back if it's close.
Randall surveying the D. Pass to Holiday. Davis down low. He's covered by Gay, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Anthony Davis. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
Here's Randall following the score by DeMar DeRozan. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Randall. And White kicks to Gay. Pass to DeRozan. Over Moore. Second chance shot. Gasol trying to free himself up. Gay against Davis. Down low. Here's Holiday. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 5 assists tonight.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
DeRozan passes to Gasol. Outside, White. Back to Gasol. DeRozan against Moore. From deep, Gay. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Mirotic finds Holiday. Inside. No good from Moore. Spurs leading by 10. Gay outside. 1:02 left in the first half of basketball. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And White kicks to DeRozan. Back to White. It's stolen by Davis. 29 seconds left now here in the second. White against Holiday. From 12 feet out. Count it. Holiday's got it back down to within single digits for New Orleans.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Holiday against White. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Over Moore. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 20.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Rudy, it looked like you guys found your old identity in the first half tonight.
Yeah, that's the way we played last season. Our defense was our staple, and that's all we have to do. We have to go out here and play defense every night, and this is a good start for us.
Let's see if you can stay true to yourself in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They lead by 10. Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They did an awesome-horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome-horrific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-horrific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
They're being far less aggressive than they ought to be. The free throw differential is huge right now. It's threatening to determine the outcome of the game. So they have to get into the lane and challenge defenders to make them try to stop you.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We welcome you back to San Antonio. Always so much to do along the Riverwalk, which this bridge spans, such a vibrant part of the city. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Holiday and Moore, the guards. Anthony Davis is out there with Mirotic, and it's Randall in at the center position. DeRozan, that shot off. And New Orleans will come the other way. Moore with it, now guarded by DeRozan. The kick out to Holiday. With the shot. And it's Davis missing. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. At one point, they led by 16. He dishes it to White. Right side, DeRozan. The three connects from three-point range. White's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Spurs. Pelicans trail by 13.
Well, traditionally such an accurate three-point shooting team. The Spurs last year in a bit of a funk finished 26th in three-point percentage. That's after being first in the league 4 out of the last 8 years.
Just 5 on the clock. And Davis gets it to go.
I like it when AD starts to step on the gas pedal offensively. He starts to feel like nobody can stop him, and he very well might be right.
Now here's Gay. 12 points for him. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his third foul of the game. And talking about the Spurs last season, Brett, much of their offense was running through LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, he had a remarkable year, maybe his best year of his career. He looked so much more comfortable in his role. And without Kawhi Leonard, they leaned on him a ton. I think he enjoyed that. He responded with a great year.
To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Holiday's got 8.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And White kicks to Gay. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Inside. It's deflected. Moore with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Rejected by Gasol. Right side, White. And Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
Outside, White. Gasol passes to Gay. Back to Gasol. White up top. 8 points for him. And the basket is good. White's got 5 points now this quarter. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Pau Gasol, not the same player Brent he once was, but he still knows how to get the job done.
Yeah, 2001 is when it is that Pau Gasol came into the NBA as a very slightly built Spaniard for the Memphis Grizzlies, but the skill was on display from the very start. He's had a Hall of Fame career, a 2-time champion, and one of the best and most skilled players to play that position in the last 20 years.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Moore. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And White kicks to Gay. On the wing, DeRozan. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
That one goes in. 10 points for Drew Holiday.
Nice to see Drew Holiday just square up for that jump shot. Love to see him taking that one.
Now the pass to DeRozan. Got it. Good job in the low post. DeRozan's got 22 points.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him. That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
White the pass to Aldridge. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Walker's checked in for the Spurs. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. Off the inbound, and the nice bucket inside from DeRozan. 24 points for him.
How good a passer is Pau Gasol, an unselfish big who can just spot up anybody over the top of any defender.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said, it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Here's Holiday following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Davis. Outside, White. It's stolen by Randall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
Well, last season, the Pelicans took a huge step in the right direction and made it to the conference semifinals despite losing DeMarcus Cousins before the playoffs even began. So a lot of positives came out of that late season run with AD leading the way for the Pelicans.
Bertanis, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And for the Pelicans last season, the most successful for the team since the name change.
Yeah, how about that? 48 wins last year for them in the Western Conference. They swept the Blazers in the first round of the playoffs and just showed how dangerous they could be. Mirotic huge in that series for them, and they still have some areas to address, but the trajectory, the direction of this franchise is pointing up.
Now here's Randall. 8 points for him. Second shot opportunity. And another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Timeout.
Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Bellinelli in for White. Spurs leading by 7. Walker surveying the floor. Trying his luck deep. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. And it's Davis finishing it off.
So you're going to give AD that kind of room? Well, here's the payoff for that.
Spurs have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Walker against Holiday. Now here's Bellinelli. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. 2 points. That one goes. 18 points for Walker.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Payton finds Davis. Payton against Bellinelli. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Out to Payton. over Bellinelli. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 8. Again, the points coming from Payton.
Nice job in the screen and roll. Patience by Payton in the screen and roll helped to set everything up.
Outside DeRozan. Now here is Pirtle. He's defended by Randall. Bellinelli for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Randall. And Pirtle pulls it down. And DeRozan kicks to Bertans. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Bertans got his first points of the night.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Holiday. Walker with it. 18 points for him. Dishes it to Bellinelli. Back to Walker. Kicks to Bellinelli. Ball's knocked loose from deep three-point range. The shot no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Randall outside. Passes it to Davis. Here's Bellinelli. Outside, Walker. Pirtle, the pass to Bellinelli. And Marco Bellinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
And the first one at the line is good. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so I don't have a term for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
Payton against Walker. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Payton.
How about Payton fending off the defense? That's a tough finish for a guard.
Now here is Pirtle. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And stolen by Miller. To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Pelicans shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good for Miller.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
San Antonio leading by 6. Outside, Walker. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Here is Forbes, covered by Payton. Davis with the double team. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his third foul of the game. Outside, Walker. That's tipped. Pass to Bellinelli.
It has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
The shot by Holiday, no good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Bertines passes to Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Spurs have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. The first one falls. And so Walker nails both of them. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Miller. Good on the 7-footer. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
All keyed right there from the lead pass. Right on the money.
There's 1:47 left in the third. And Walker kicks to Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Now you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Payton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit from 12. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. To the paint. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Holiday.
Well, when your guards are willing to go in there to the hoop like Drew Holiday, it's a huge confidence boost for the rest of the team.
Walker against Holiday. Bellinelli with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Bellinelli's got 8 points.
Look, I checked the numbers, guys. We know he is great from out there. He made 1 in the first half. Now he has 1 so far in this half. Look out.
And it's Miller penetrating. Here's Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Davis has got 25 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pirtle, the pass to Bellinelli. Pirtle kicks to Forbes. Pass to Walker. There's the 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs. And there's the pass to Bellinelli. Second chance shot, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 10 points for him. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll return shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Pelicans trail by 9, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Bellinelli. Pirtle is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Forbes in at the point. Okafor. Moore outside, picked his pocket. Bertans kicks to Bellinelli. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
At the line for your Spurs, Marco Bellinelli. At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Bellinelli. And the Spurs making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Both free throws good from Bellinelli.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Now here's Moore. That one goes. Count it. Here is Forbes. Kicks to Aldridge. Bellinelli finds Gay. Over Miller. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Bertans, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Payton outside. Passes it to Okafor. Outside Mirotic. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Moore against Bellinelli. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Miller, the pass to Moore. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his first foul. Pau Gasol is checked in for the Spurs. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Payton, rejected by Gasol. Spurs leading by 11. Nobody near Gay. Buries the long-range jumper.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Okafor kicks to Miller. Back to Okafor. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Randall's checked in for New Orleans.
One shot.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, White. He kicks it to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. Here's Gasol. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Pelicans trail by 11. Payton kicks to Okafor. Kick out to Moore. Back to Okafor. Pass to Mirotic. Now here's Randall. Clock at 6. And again, no good by New Orleans. White the pass to Gay. White against Payton. Pass to Bellinelli. Aldridge against Okafor. Aldridge kicks to Bellinelli. Pelicans with the rebound.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now. A defensive mindset has to maybe get to the mid-range. They didn't do a good job pressuring the shooter on that possession.
White the pass to Gay. Aldridge with it, covered by Payton. From 10 feet out, and it's Aldridge missing.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Now here's Payton. Over Aldridge. That misses off the backboard. Now here's White. And the pass to Bellinelli. Gasol deciding where to go with it. And White kicks to Aldridge. Over Okafor. A nice shot by Aldridge. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Well, I feel like he can make that one blindfolded. Aldridge, as usual, cashing in from mid-range.
Payton outside. Passes it to Okafor. Over Gasol. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And San Antonio called for the foul.
2 shots.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Bellinelli. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Spurs leading by 10. Right side, White. The shot from the low post is good.
Yeah, he is sneaky at the rim, lays it in against heavy pressure.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Payton finds Randall. Over Gasol. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Spurs have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Wednesday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And that game against the Suns, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And that free throw good from DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. They trail by 14. Payton outside. Here's Randall. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Payton. Nailed from three-point land.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And White kicks to DeRozan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Julius Randle picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting for San Antonio, DeMar DeRozan. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Pelicans making a change here. Davis is checked in. No good on the second free throw. Pelicans trail by 12. Right side, Mirotic. Outside for Davis. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Payton. Rebounded by the Spurs. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Davis. Payton against White. Payton passes to Davis. There's the dish to Mirotic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Mirotic last year, it was the tale of two halves. It was the shaved year versus the unshaved year for him. Great start with the Bulls and played some very good basketball and then struggled a little bit after the trade to the Pelicans. And then, boom, all of a sudden was a huge part after Cousins went down, was extremely complimentary to the fast pace and stretching out the offense with the three-point ball playing alongside AD.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Mirotic. Right, you're talking about Mirotic. The real Mirotic is somewhere in between.
Yeah, he's had a little trouble with consistency, but you got to look at what was surrounding him in Chicago with all the roster movements and the coaching changes, stylistic changes. So, when he gets on, we saw this late in the year with the Pelicans and somewhat in the playoffs, he can be an explosive scorer. He can put the ball down and make plays. He can shoot you into and sometimes out of a game. Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Gasol kicks to White. And here's Gay outside. Pelicans pull it in. Moore's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the inside. And Randall throws it down.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
It's stolen by Davis. Randall outside. He feeds it to Payton. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Payton's got 9 points here in the second half. San Antonio leading by 6. Outside, White. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Spurs lead by 9.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Got it. Good job in the low post. 31 points for DeMar DeRozan.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Randall kicks to Mirotic. Floats it up for Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Randall. Outside Mirotic. From past the arc. Rebound San Antonio. At one point they led by 16.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 13-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was gonna be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Intelligent play there by Davis. He knows he has the defense on their heels as soon as he gets the ball that close to the rim.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Davis. Now DeRozan. Out to White. Five on the clock. From deep three-point range, San Antonio with the new 24. Aldridge's shot is good.
Love the follow-up. It's as if Aldridge knows where the shot's coming from and gets himself in great position on the glass.
Pass to Davis. Over Aldridge. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Spurs leading by 13. And White kicks to DeRozan. Back to White. Outside Gasol. Mirotic against Gay. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Payton. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Mirotic into the lane. Trying to get open is Davis. Mirotic gets the bucket. Mirotic has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's got to boost Mirotic's confidence right there, looking strong as he powers through contact on the drive.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Spurs.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for DeMar DeRozan.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Gay. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And Mirotic kicks to Moore. Down low, Randall passes to Davis. Here's Mirotic, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
And Mirotic has some pretty good catch-and-shoot numbers, and great at knowing ahead of time as to when those shots are going to come his way.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable, making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.